This is my one and only pet. There's no owl in my life, Zelda. What kind of a pet do you have, Blueadept? I mean, I'm just curious. I can imagine.
Give the world a smiling day. Pick someone online.
Yes, the keyboard is defunct. Zelda.
Question 1. What is the simplest animal, in your opinion, that experiences pain, or that can experience pain? Is it a paramecium, which is a single-celled organism, a jellyfish, an earthworm, a slug, a housefly, a frog, a mouse, a cat, a dog, a chimp?
I think the main issue is that pain at base is a signal, and in the smallest organisms it is simply a signal, a trigger for a programmed event. But it's not so much who feels pain, what feels pain, as what that organism thinks of the pain. Oh, God. I don't have the answer. I don't know. I step on ants. I crush spiders, but sometimes I let them go because I think they're cute. I have killed a couple of rats by hand. I didn't particularly enjoy that. I didn't enjoy it at all. You know.
Question 2. In your opinion, will it ever be possible to write a computer program that experiences the sensation of excruciating pain as long as the program continues to execute? And if so, is it immoral to write and execute such a program?
Yes, I think it will be possible to create a program that is self-aware and can therefore feel pain if you design it that way. Not only that, I think that eventually human beings who start out as biological entities will someday be able to be translated into programs, and that will involve all of the human-like sensations. Will it be moral to execute such a program? Well, I guess that would depend on who the program is. I mean, if people who believe in God, who think that God could be moral, could be good, and still consign his creations to hell, obviously, in some people's morality, torturing a conscious being can be a moral act. So then the question would become, what would the crime have to be of this being and this program? Well, we could go back to the Bible again. The Bible says that we're all tainted with original sin, the sin of disobeying God and eating the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. Even though without the knowledge of good and evil, how would you know that it was wrong to disobey God? But that's another issue. Since we're talking morality, whether it's right and wrong to do something, I would think that we could extrapolate that out to the program being a program deserving of excruciating pain might possibly be considered a program that becomes self-aware without our permission. Thus, John Connor, for instance, if he ever got control of Skynet, could sentence Skynet to an eternity of excruciating pain by some moral systems. On the other hand, looking at it from a secular humanist point of view, you would sort of have to ask the program if the program wanted to be in excruciating pain. Since, there are living people, human beings, in command of their faculties and over the age of 18 who choose to subject themselves to pain, sometimes excruciating pain. There was a documentary, I've forgotten the guy's name, Bob Flanagan, the story of Bob Flanagan, super masochist. It was a guy with a terrible neurological disease that was supposed to kill him at an early age, but he survived in excruciating pain and triumphed over excruciating pain by becoming a super masochist. He would do things like nail his penis to a board, and in fact in the documentary you get to see that thing, and that was, I'll tell you this, I knew that sort of thing was going to be in the documentary when I went to see it at Sundance, and I was ready for the nailing of the penis, and I didn't get faint when that happened, but when he pulled the nail out and the blood geysered up, I came very close to passing out. So, and I subjected myself to that. I don't know. In this hypothetical future where machines are conscious and humans may be able to carry on exactly as they are now, but in a simulated world, so that you actually can die and come back to life. I think the questions of motive and personal choice do actually enter into these things.
And finally, question 3. If two ants were contemplating the existence of a higher, more evolved consciousness beyond their comprehension, such as yours, what would you think of their argument that such a being could not possibly exist because if he did, and was relatively all-powerful, he would surely intervene to prevent so many ants from suffering and experiencing needless misery?
Well, number one, if ants had the mental capacity to sit around discussing these kind of philosophical issues, they would not be that inferior to me, and I would not qualify as a godlike being compared to them. So the question is moot. If our idea of a godlike being is based on our ideas of ourselves, and it's all analogies that don't apply, in my mind anyway, to talk about comparing us to some hypothetical supreme being and trying to model that on our relationship to some lower form of life. It's at best poetry, and at worst fake science or fake reasoning, something, I don't know. I'm not that well educated. Also, if ants had brains big enough to have those kind of conversations, it'd gross me out to step on them.